So one of the fun things that you can actually do with Google Docs is run a dispatch service. So one of the things we did was snow plowing. And you probably wonder how you run a dispatch service off of Google Docs. Good question. So what we did is we created this dispatch roster here. This is our management. So we would have our team members, we were all went as numbers, 101, 102, 103, 104. And we have this column here, going as. So if we click on these drop downs, we can see which truck or what they're doing. So we have truck 110, 111, 112. We have dispatch, we have finance, and maybe they're going as themselves as a ride along. We have the status here of what they're doing: away, active, unknown, their current location. So maybe they're going as themselves, but they're somewhere else, and that's unknown. So we also have pending assignments, none currently. We also have here en route to. So if they're en route to one of the places, they're en route to go somewhere, you can fill that in here. We have job status also. Currently we have nothing selected. It's the middle of summer right now. We're not snow plowing. But we also have pen, en route, current, complete, waiting, and dispatch. Any notes that you need to make, maybe Z is going to be available after 4. He's not available until 4. You can put that in there. We have the same thing for employees: going as, status, location, pending, en route to, job status, notes. Maybe Tim's not working with us today, but Joe is. We have vehicles also down here: truck 110, 111, 112, snowplow 113, snowplow 114. Status: out of service, in service, out for repair. Location: this one just happens to be at the base, or was last use of this. Pending assignment, en route to, job status, notes. And again, like how we would do it is, instead of putting everybody's en route to up here, Z is going as truck 110, so 110, we would fill out everything here. Now, when it comes to actual using this, we would use these on our phones. So dispatch would sit here and would do all the updating, where we have the nice fancy drop downs and everything. And everybody in the field would have Google Docs downloaded to their phone. So Google Docs on the phone isn't quite up to date at the moment. You don't get the fancy drop downs. So down here we have this drop down key. So if I go and try put something other than what's in this drop down in here from my phone, it's going to give you an error. So therefore we have the key down here. And this is great mostly for dispatch. We do also have a dispatch roster, jobs to be completed. Here we have Highland Lane, Salt Sidewalk. Is it a contract? Yes, no. Uh, any notes? Do not push snow across the street. People get mad about that. One time across the street from Jim. Okay, so that was a one-time deal. Projected money you can fill out. City, name of the contact person. We have complete, pending, en route to, in progress, and complete. And we have them all different colors. It was easier that way. We also have some other pretty interesting options. We have, sorry, I just jumped pages. We do have a dispatch communication sheet. This is easiest for people in the field, because dealing with this, not so easy. Filling all this in, that kind of sucks. So we would have, oh, and I lost it. Here we go. Dispatch communication sheet. And this shows up in the web browser. They open it as a link. This is actually the editable one, so it's slightly more condensed. They could just select their en route to, oops, sorry guys. Alright, got that out of there. They can select their en route to, they can type in these things, and then they can just hit send form. And it would show up on a form responses sheet, which I currently have none, but it'll give you a timestamp, and then everything they filled in will show out here. And that's great for dispatch because then you can go back to the dispatch management sheet. You can update this. You can go back to the roster and you can update this for them. So when they're out in the field, they can come back to this sheet and they can see, okay, this one's completed, this one's next. And that is how you run a dispatch service off of Google Docs. Any questions, comments, feel free to post below. I'll do my best to answer.